You're not?
I think I'm hard.
Timing in the season, and we've played less games. I think I always get into the rhythm and feel more comfortable the longer I play. That's when I've always tried to get here, to this condition at the start of a World Cup. But I have not had any special preparation. I've just taken care of myself, and I've worked as I've done throughout my career, knowing that this is a special moment and probably my last World Cup. It's my last chance to fulfill the dream that I have and that each of the team has. But beyond that, I've not prepared in any special way.
Great to see Lionel Messi out here in Qatar, his 5th World Cup. He said it's going to be his last. I think we all know that. Didier, is he going to go out with a bang? Is he ready? I mean, we've seen him in Liga. He looks ready.
Yeah, but it's for Argentina, you're always in the good squad and a good Messi, and you've got both, because they haven't lost for what, 35 games, you told me? So that's quite unbelievable. They're there, they're really, the organization is there. They're really hard to beat defensively. They're good, even though they didn't play that much of a European team. And Messi is flying at the moment. So it's a really good position, Paris Saint-Germain, to play as a free role. That's the Messi we know, his awareness, and he's really comfortable, with Paris Saint-Germain. So that's the same with Argentina. So of course, we could see Argentina maybe winning the World Cup, yes.
And I know we always talk about Lionel Messi, but you look at them throughout the qualification in the South American World Cup qualifiers. It's the supporting cast in and around Messi that has made this team truly special.
So he was doing all right. Alvarez at City, so it's quite interesting. It's going to be Martinez or Alvarez playing up front. But they've got a lot of experience and a lot of youth as well. But I tried looking this morning at the results, and literally I kept looking and looking at that, and they haven't lost. So that's got it is. You said 35. My machine didn't go as far back as that. So they are in form, but savour it. Going back to Messi, there, savour it and enjoy it. See what he's done for football. He's a huge megastar. The world will be watching, and you want him to win it. You do. You want Ronaldo to win it as well, really. You do. But this is their stage. This is where they come alive, and he's in a great place at the moment. He really is in a good place.
We need to upgrade your
Trying
PC.
to come in there,
I am. We need to upgrade.
You're not coming in yet.
It's hard to cut you off, Nicky. When you go on a tear, you go on a tear.
You're not coming in, are you, Diddy?
If you want me to cut him off, don't worry. I can do that for you.
Just give him a hit for me.
But Didier, there is a but. Messi we haven't seen the best of him at the World Cups. He's won the Copa America. He got to the World Cup final in 2014. Maybe, because we've often said they don't have the players around him. And Messi, he's had that at Barcelona. He has that at Paris Saint-Germain. He's kind of like the glitter on an amazing Christmas tree.
He's struggling.
Nicky is going for it. Nicky, do you want to host today?
But Didier, they do seem to have that under Lionel Scaloni. This might be different. What do you think?
But it's always, balance between. We're saying that about talent and organization. You cannot have Messi shining and then have a team, who's not great. They're not good defense. They're vulnerable. No, it's not.
I love your point there. I know you were scrolling back and it wouldn't take you to all 35 games, but they do have Lautaro Martinez that has been outstanding and kind of takes that pressure just leading the line. So it's been truly amazing to watch Argentina. I'm excited for them to get off this tournament.
One very, very lucky person is Nikki Crosby, who is at the stadium in Lusail, and she's bringing us the build-up ahead of the first game today.
Heck yes, it's our year. It is Argentina's year. Messi's here. Messi's gonna win this. I know he is.
Guys, nice outfits. I like it. You're embracing the culture.
Oh, yeah. We love the culture, actually. We're living here in Doha, in Qatar, since 1 year ago. We love the people. We love the country. We're very happy.
How does it feel to
Family now from Argentina as well, so excellent.
Perfect. How does it feel to have your team on your doorstep?
Oh, it's very exciting. We are waiting for this moment for a long time, so we are very happy here.
What's the score going to be today?
I don't know. Maybe 3-0. 3-0.
Is that it?
He doesn't want to jinx. Yeah.
Who's going to score today?
What?
Who's going to score the goal?
Messi!
Everywhere you look, Messi, Messi, Messi. The party is started. It feels like this is where the World Cup has really begun. Argentina, Saudi, a sea of blue and white. There's 80,000 seats in that stadium, Kylan.
Bring a different culture in and around football.
Yeah, it's what I was saying yesterday about the World Cup and feeling like you're at a World Cup, seeing the Brazil fans, the Dutch fans with the orange, and this is, it's another sort of iconic colour, isn't it, in the World Cup. We'll talk about Saudi Arabia, massive game for them, the first Middle Eastern World Cup, and they're obviously going to be hoping to stop Lionel Messi. I noticed they only conceded 10 goals in 18 qualifiers, Saudi Arabia. They're going to be solid. But as well, Didier, it's not only Messi. Angel Di Maria is now at Juventus. We saw a lot of him at PSG. Were you sort of surprised that PSG didn't extend Di Maria's contract? And do you think he can still do it out here?
Juventus, he's been injured a little bit. He hasn't played really good Juve as well, so he's not in the best form of his life, club-wise. But with Argentina, it's just changed. He's got a role on the right side. He's a really good left-footed. He's comfortable, great relation with Messi in the pitch and outside. So no, Di Maria is still key man for Argentina. Yeah.
Well, you look at Saudi Arabia coming in against the giants of Argentina. I think all the media has put Argentina winning their bracket and taking the World Cup home. What kind of pressure would you be feeling as a player going up against this side in the first game?
But that's what you're in football for, to play against the best. You want to. Saudi Arabia is a really passionate football country. A lot of them play for Al Hilal, which is 90,000 seat stadium. They win the Champions League. They are successful and they are ever improving. But they will enjoy it. This is what you want. You want to play against your Messi. This is when you finish, you retire football. You play against these huge stars on the biggest in the biggest tournament. So this is something to look forward to. But having said that, difficult as well. I think we saw Qatar. We saw when they were struggling with the difference with them. And sometimes we're starting to see the levels. We're starting to see the quality of the usual suspects. Really, I know it's only early, but you can see the difference in them with the quality. And you'd expect the same again with Argentina.
And I'll tell you what Saudi Arabia do have is a coach who knows about tournament football, and he's a guy that I like. Didier's already smiling at me. Hervé Renard, the Frenchman, who's had an unbelievable career. He was at Cambridge United.
He's like a male model
in 2004.
He's serious, isn't he?
He's got your competition now.
His shirts, his hair.
He's a man, by the way.
He is, and I tell you what, he's not a bad manager. He has won 2 Africa Cup of Nations. Not only does he look good and the hair is perfect, he's a personality. He won the Africa Cup of Nations with Zambia and with the Ivory Coast. Yeah. What are your thoughts and your experiences of Hervé Renard?
He's a really good man. He brings a lot of motivation. He's from the south, so he's got that grip on every team. He brings determination mentally, not scared on everything. So he's he brought to Saudi a little bit more discipline as well. Of course, they can be vulnerable under a better position, and Argentina is a better position. But what is done in Africa was unbelievable. With 2 different teams winning the African nation was second to none. So he's a real good coach. Yeah.
Well, I think we all know. Oh, go on.
No, I was going to say I've got a really good link. We're going to go from Hervé the Fox Renard.
Oh no,
Renard is the
this
Fox.
Is dad joke.
To to Sahaya. The
Smart panda.
Well, Saudi Arabia got a sniff, didn't they? They got a
They
sniff.
are clever, aren't they, these pandas?
Yeah.
He didn't do the old drop of the shoulder, though. He went straight to Argentina.
What is behind those things? There's got to be a stick or something there on.
I know what's behind them. Do you want to know?
Piece of bamboo.
Oh, no. Nuts and honey.
We're going to the break, guys. We'll talk pandas during the break. After the break, we're going to talk about Le Bleu, the defending champions, France, in action tonight against Australia.
The drive, the hype, and the greatness await you on beIN. Subscribe now to watch, cheer, and celebrate the unforgettable moments of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Subscribe to the VIP offer and get the ultimate package with a free beIN set-top box plus free delivery. Visit beIN.com/Qatar 2022 and use the promo code Qatar 2022.
Messi, the genius of his generation. The World Cup, his final unconquered peak.
FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 Group Stage. Denmark. Tunisia. Today, live and exclusive on beIN Sports Max channels and beIN 4K. This match on beIN Sports channels is brought to you by
Argentina, it is ready. The number 10 shirt, Messi, and we are getting very excited here in the beIN Sports studios. Argentina, Saudi Arabia coming up at 1300 Mecca in the Lusail Stadium. It's the first game in Group C. We have Mexico, Poland, the second game in Group C. That's at 1900 Mecca at Stadium 974. Denmark, Tunisia, first game in Group D, Education City Stadium at 1600 Mecca. And then France, Australia later tonight. We're going to talk about a very special player. We're going to hear from a very special player, Christian Eriksen, a wonderful footballer who had that terrible cardiac arrest during the Euros last year. He's back and he's going
big injury. It feels longer than it is. It's usually not that long, but it feels that way. Considering that I'm here now and everything that's happened in the meantime, it's passed very quickly, both in football and in my private life. It's always been great, all these years in the national team. But in the past few years, there's been more competition and more quality than before. It shows in our game. And our results. The achievement was coming back, getting healthy and having a life. Everything else is just a plus. So playing the World Cup is huge, not only because it's a World Cup, it's because I've been striving to achieve this. I wanted to play more football, but thankfully it's going to be a World Cup.
Well, he truly is an inspiring football player, but also an inspiring person. And you saw the team rally around him in the Euros after he had to unfortunately leave the tournament. But what does this say about this team and this side, having someone like him back into the squad?
Yeah, it's a fantastic story. I mean, we didn't think he was going to be playing football again, that was for sure. Got to say well done to Brentford for giving him the opportunity there. But you imagine all the checks and everything, what they've had to go through, but to see where he is now, it's great that he's playing, great that he's playing at Manchester United, and all of a sudden he gets to play in the World Cup. And you get that feeling of that togetherness there. You know, that is going to be vitally important for a team to be successful, is that team spirit, and that's what they'll do. And having him back in it's a wonderful story. It was awful. I think everyone saw it. You know, to see where he is now, he's come a long way, and he deserves it. And he'll have a big tournament. I'd imagine the team will really get behind him. But a fantastic story.
And that's the thing as well. This Danish side, they don't have the names of some of the big guns, but they are a proper team. And we saw that in the Euros, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, that togetherness is there for them, and they will be a difficult team to play against.
And Nicky, we saw them in the Nations League. They've beaten France twice. They'll be favourites to beat Tunisia, the Carthage Eagles. I'm just going to ask Didier, because the French are a bit traumatised by those Danish defeats, two defeats in the Nations League. But first of all, it shows the quality Denmark have had, and perhaps if we bring it on to France as well, it shows some weaknesses, some uncertainty in Deschamps' team as well.
Yeah, defensively we haven't been the great, the last years. That's why we come back at fourth. It's more natural for us at the back. Of course, we've got a lot of problems. Benzema and Kunku are not there. They were the most decisive player in Europe last year. The midfield has changed. Of course, we don't have a Pogba and Kante, so it's gonna be something else. With Tchouaméni and they played together in Leipzig and in under 21 French team. So all of a sudden, all that spine, changed a bit. This is France, and like England and Brazil, we've got a big depth on the bench and all around Europe. So it's not bad just to put a team with Mbappe, Dembele, Griezmann, and Giroud. We still have player Coman is on the bench, and I mean, they've got that hunger as well. They don't want to have that curse of the previous champion. So I think
I'm going to stop bringing up the curse.
He keeps talking about that Nations League. You'll see.
Forget the Nations League.
Get rid of that Nations League.
But Nicky,
is
it a bit early for this young front? Because they've got some phenomenal talent. Chouameni, we talked about Upamecano and Konate. Clearly, these are really good centre-backs. But is this tournament too soon? Because in France, I tell you what, a lot of people are saying these guys aren't proven in international football. They're worried.
But sometimes when you do have youth within your squad, it's almost a benefit when you go into these major tournaments because they have nothing to lose. They want to prove to the world, I'm here and I want to be on this team and I have the skill set to take us to that final.
And there's still a lot of experience with Griezmann. And don't forget, we were the second youngest team in 2018, and we won it. So France is not fully ready. Of course, we would have liked to have Benzema, the Ballon d'Or, and Kunku, but we still have a lot of quality on the pitch and even on the bench. So we're pretty confident. It's just to start well. Of course, Australia. Remember, 2018 wasn't good at all.
A lot of teams, Argentina as well. It's about the youth and the experience. A lot of the players with France have been there and seen it and done it. So these young players have to be given the chance. Earlier in the show, we're talking about Bellingham. It starts from somewhere, doesn't it? You've got to get in there. And what you usually find when you put players in, they react. And it's in the end, it gets the best out of them. Where people think, well, hang on a minute, it's going to be a problem. They enjoy it because they're a little bit fearless.
Yeah, I think so. And you talked about Griezmann, but it's also Giroud and Lloris. So it's not like there's no experience there.
No, there's not. And I think if you look at this French side, they're well organized. You touched on the spine of the team. Yes, they're losing some of that, the youth mixed with experience, but I think that's the best mix. You touched on it in the last World Cup and just how successful they were. So
you'll be happy with a semi-final, wouldn't you? This competition.
No, we're here to win. We're here to win, Mr. Sullivan.
I'm hearing, guys.
All right, so down.
Breaking news in my earpiece. Lionel Messi starts for Argentina. we were expecting.
Is in as well.
No, but interestingly, it's not Alvarez up top. It's Martinez, Lautaro Martinez. We've got Di Maria starting. We've got Paredes. Papu Gomez is playing. So it should be thrilling. Good luck, Saudi Arabia. That's quite an attack they're up against, isn't it?
Yeah, and you look at some of these other fixtures here today. Obviously, kicking us off is that Argentina, Saudi Arabia, and going through the fixtures, closing out the day. Your French side, can they get the job done against Australia? Are you guys going to any of these matches today, by the way?
I'm going to France, of course, yeah.
I'll tell you what, you don't mind getting a sneaky ticket, don't you? You can get us in a few places, by the way.
No, you would be the curse, so I don't give you any ticket, Mr. Summerby.
We need to start negotiating for the tickets. We've only got an hour left before the Argentina match start. Thank you so much, Didier Domi. Thank you, Nicky Summerby, from Kaylin and from me, Matt Spirit. It's time to issue a very, very good day 3 of the World Cup. We've got 4 big matches coming up, so enjoy them. And Kaylin and I will, of course, be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.
FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 Group Stage. Mexico.
Free kick. It's a lovely goal.
Poland.
It's an absolute stunner.
Today, live and exclusive on beIN Sports Max channels and beIN 4K. This match.
حياتنا شنو؟ هوسبيتالز قدام يا الاخضر قدام ليتس جو.
وين ما تروح يا الاخضر حنا وياك.
Watch more and order more. Domino's, the official fan sponsor.
Get in the box with Pizza Hut. Order now. Catch your match with Gillette and get the perfect shave. Gillette, the best a man can get.
بلا هم بلا غم دبزلها دبزلها يا ريال شوفي
Vivo, give it a shot.
This game is out of control. A real freak show. You're off your game when you're hungry. أمازون، حمل التطبيق واستمتع بالتسوق.
It's game on with Sadia.
قلنا لك الطعم الأصلي.
On Passive, the future of internet. QNB.
لحظات الكورة يبينها.
When we stand united for sustainability, we can still win this game.
Hard luck to those who sold their furniture to watch the game. Congratulations to those who watch from home. Watch more and order more. Domino's, the official fan sponsor, satisfies your footballing hunger.
طيب نطلع فاصل؟
Does anyone have any questions?
نحب الكورة، لكن بيننا وبين الرز علاقة رومانسية. الرومانسية أكل يحب قلبك.
لحظات من الحماس والترقب، الكل ينتظر هذه اللحظة الحاسمة. انطلق ولف العالم. الله عليك يا يلو، الله عليك يا الأصفر بأسطولك المتنوع. سهلت الحياة، غطيت 140 دولة بخدمتك الرهيبة، وصلت العالمية. حمل تطبيق يلو وكمل طريقك.
Ashraf Hakimi, perpetual movement, tireless, Morocco's inexhaustible source of energy.
Well, it is midday here in the city of Doha. These are the scenes of the Lusail Stadium as we gear up for day 3 of the FIFA World Cup here on beIN Sports. It's a sunny morning. As always. Well, not only is it our first look at Lionel Messi, it is our first look at the Lusail Stadium. This is the venue for the World Cup final, a brand new stadium. 10 games will be played here, and these are some of the Argentina fans. They are loud and proud everywhere they go, aren't they? We're definitely looking forward to seeing and hearing them today as they watch Argentina in anticipation. They're hoping that man, Lionel Messi, will be able to guide their team to glory. So, coming up for you with a 1 o'clock kickoff at Mecca, it is Argentina against Saudi Arabia, a huge game for them as well. Of course, that's the first of 4 live matches for you coming up on day 3 of the FIFA World Cup. Our second game is live from the Education City Stadium. It's in Group D. It is Denmark against Tunisia. And that is followed at 7 o'clock Mecca by another Group C match. It is Mexico taking on of our dedicated World Cup channels on Max 1 and 2. You can tune into our Arabic service. On 3 and 4, it's us on the English version. And don't forget, you can tune into Spanish commentary for the very first time on beIN Sports as well. Channels 5 and 6 are our French colleagues. And on 4K, you can watch Arabic and English commentary on that as well. If you haven't subscribed to our dedicated World Cup channels, you need to do that right now. The drive, the hype, the greatness await you. You can watch your favorite teams, your world-class players by subscribing and watching the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Just go to bein.com/Qatar 2022. Absolutely delighted to have your company here today. It is a huge day of action, the first day that we have 4 live games for you across the channel. We have got you covered, and we start, of course, with Argentina against Saudi Arabia. I'm Reshmin Chowdhury, delighted to have you with us and delighted to have this fantastic panel as well. Jason McAteer, Adeline Guerriora and Christopher Sullivan as well. Great to see you, gentlemen. It's a huge game either way, because for Argentina, Jason, the expectation is always huge, but for Saudi Arabia as well, being a regional neighbour of ours.
I feel a little bit sorry for Saudi, actually. We were talking in the car, me and the boys, and in 2018 they faced Russia, the host nation, in the opening game, and got battered 5-0. I mean, it could end up 5 or 6 today, to be honest. So yeah, it's a big day for them. Listen, you'd expect a lot of fans to come over the border. It's only a short hop across, so they'll have support in the stadium. But obviously, when that team sheet come out this morning, they'll be looking at it to see if Messi was going to play, because obviously he took a little knock on his ankle, so he might have been rested. Scaloni might have looked at it and thought, I'll just rest my talisman this morning for this game. But he plays, and You know, we're all looking forward to a bit of stardust, aren't we?
We want a bit of stardust in this tournament. That's what it's all about, isn't it, Christopher?
Yeah, particularly with Argentina. I think the whole world stops for a World Cup to watch the opening when Argentina plays or Brazil plays. And, you know, in the last 4 World Cups, it's been all European teams that have won. So everyone's thinking this is the time for Lionel Messi. It's the time for a South American team, either Brazil or Argentina. They did play a friendly, so they're 36 unbeaten. They scored 5-0 against the Emirates a few days ago. And the last time they lost was 2019 against Brazil in the semifinals of the Copa America. So this is the team that's gone from strength to strength. And now Messi, it's not just about Messi and 10 other players. It's 10 other players, and they've taken the pressure off him where he can kind of put his touch on the game.
And that's the real beauty of this team, isn't it? Because in 2018, Adeline, there was sort of chaos under Jorge Sampaoli. Scaloni has taken over, a sort of relative unknown on the international stage, but here he is. He's kind of introduced this calm in the team, and it's really worked to sort of gel this team together to create that team spirit. Is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, I think when you can see that recently they won the Copa America as well, so this is to show that the Argentinian team, they are very strong, they come together, they are a group.
Big nations with the big players, it brings big egos. And, you know, he's only a young manager. He's taken over from Sampaoli, as you mentioned. He was assistant manager there. So he knew the camp, he knew the players, but still you've got to handle the emotions of the egos, but also the expectation of the country and the team. And, you know, to tell some big names, you know, you're not in my team. He's tried and tested a lot of players since he's had around 50 games, Sully. So, you know, I was looking this morning, he's tried 9 goalkeepers before he settled on Martinez.
Right.
You know, and Martinez has come in and done absolutely fantastically well. But for a young manager to do that and produce the results, it's phenomenal. But now he's got to handle World Cup expectations. Because like the boys said, I mean, they go in probably, well, for me, favourites.
And the other thing is, when you think back to 86, I was there at the final in Estadio Azteca
The
when
last
they won.
time they won, of course.
Yeah, he had Jorge Burachaga, who was at that time my favorite player, was like the, you know, unappreciated star. And then you had Valdano as well. And so this time as well, you think, and I wanted to ask you, is when you're thinking, you're coming from a nation like Algeria where Robert Majer played, so it was a symbolic, iconic figure. Maradona has passed, and I think that was part of bringing this team together, where the country said, hey, now we're playing for Argentina, now we're a team. Once Diego passed, I think that there was a change, a mentality change with this team.
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, Maradona is Maradona. He's been one of the greatest, maybe the greatest player in the world. And when you have Messi as well, you replace him very well. And I think having Messi as a leader as well, because you know it's his last big competition. I think as a group, they want to do that for him. So I think he will bring the team up, and that's a new generation of player. And I really think they will do well this World Cup.
Certainly, okay, huge game for all football fans, because we're all looking forward to seeing Lionel Messi. But for Saudi Arabia, this is massive. They're playing in their 6th FIFA World Cup, and fans have been travelling in across the region in their thousands, really looking forward to see how they could enjoy this tournament. It's not going to be an easy start, but I can't imagine they'll care. They're in the FIFA World Cup. They are going to see Lionel Messi up close, and we have got more discussion on this game after the break.
هنا ظهرت معالم الغد المشرق، مشروع ذاخر مكة كامل في قلب أم القرى، بيئة عصرية مليئة بخيارات سكنية فندقية تناسب الجميع. مشروع ذاخر مكة، جهتك من شاطئ الجوار. وما تروح يا الأخضر حنا وياك.
Hard luck to those who sold their furniture to watch the game. Congratulations to those who watched from home. Watch more and order more. Domino's, the official fan sponsor, satisfies your footballing hunger.
طيب نطلع فاصل؟
Does anyone have any questions?
نحب الكورة، لكن بيننا وبين الرز علاقة رومانسية. الرومانسية أكل يحب قلبك.
Despite all the changes in this life, you need insurance to reassure you. In travel, on the road, for your employees, even for your healthy future. BeCare brings you all insurance companies in one place. BeCare, rest assured.
We've got a substitution in. Sharif's taking point, and the crowd are very, very hungry. He's telling them to cool down. Oh, clear offside from Sharif. Well played, Sharif. The match is heating up. Long shot. And... Vivo! What a goal! What a goal! Would you look at that? Fantastic play.
أتعلم ما هو المرسام؟ أهو مجرد أداة نكتب بها؟ أم جزء من شجرة تخلد ذكرى؟ أيبدأ قصة؟ يبدع علما؟ ينهي رحلة؟ لحظة، ما أن ينتهي رصاص المرسام حتى يتجدد، ليلهم فنا، ليعصف أفكارا كانت أحلاما، واليوم هي واقع لغد يبقى مجددا. هل هو مجرد مرسام؟ هو أكثر من ذلك. إثراء، ألهم عالمك.
لحظات من الحماس والترقب، الكل ينتظر هذه اللحظة الحاسمة. انطلق ولف العالم. الله عليك يا يلو، الله عليك يا الأصفر، بأسطولك المتنوع سهلت الحياة، غطيت فيه 40 دولة بخدمتك الرهيبة، وصلت العالمية. حمل تطبيق يلو وكمل طريقك.
سيداتي سادتي، من هنا تبدأ الحكاية مع هانجر ستيشن والأخضر. يرقصهم، يسحبهم. يا الله، ما هذا؟ تيكي تاكا يا سادة، يا إلهي، كأنه يملك الطريق. ولأن عروض هانجر ستيشن خيالية كالعادة، توصيل مجاني قبل الكل يا سادة.
Microsoft Cloud Data Center is here with cutting-edge technology and hundreds of trusted solutions to empower you to innovate, transform your industries, and achieve success. Invent the future with Microsoft Cloud. From Qatar to the world.
This is my family. Every World Cup, we all get together.
Mate, let's go.
Vamos. Karim eats goals for breakfast. Leo, he's one of a kind. With Sonny, everything's brighter. Nobody's faster than Hakimi. Serge's style is unbeatable. And you can't forget about your boy Storms. When football is everything, impossible is nothing.
صحيح احنا قاعدين نصور باستديو، لكن جايبين لكم الخير، لأننا نصدق انك انت اهم من اي اعلان، نصدق برعاية اللحظات الكبيرة، مو بس اللاعبين المشهورين.
Okay, good. Chin up. Chin up.
يا اخي انت تستاهل الطعم الاصلي. قلنا لك الطعم الاصلي هو اي مشروب والسلام. اقوى دعايه كاس العالم فيفا هو كاس العالم فيفا بشحمه ولحمه.
مباراة عادية جدا لا جديد فيها.
خلها علي.
ايش اللي صاير؟ ايش اللي وصل ميز للملعب؟ سالم يا حريف يا لعيب الله. تورنيدو يخلط فريق بأكمله، البيشي بسرعته وانطلاقته يقلب الموازين. لحظة يا حكم، مستحيل شيء يوقفنا.
هيك كذا احلى معليش.
لحظات الكورة يبينها.
The game's not over yet. We have everything to change this game. We have the will, the desire for better, the heart, and the inspiration. When we stand united for sustainability, we can still win this game. We have the people. Goal of the century.
جاكم الإعصار ماشيين يعيقه، منتخبنا اليوم وفر عن طريقه. جاكم الإعصار ماشيين يعيقه، منتخبنا اليوم وفر عن طريقه. قدام نشجع المنتخب قدام.
You can now enjoy more of what you love with Etisalat app's new content passes. Get 20 gigabytes of content data to enjoy more. More gaming. More music. More video streaming. And all things social.
That is your beIN Sport Panda predictor. They have predicted an Argentina victory, and here they are. The team are about to step out onto the pitch at the Lusail Stadium for their warm-ups. You can see Lionel Messi there, the main man. Everyone is watching, the world is watching, ready to see him in action today in what could be his very last dance on the international stage. And you can see they're coming out to big cheers at the stadium. Also watching the team eagerly is an Argentina legend for us, Gabriel Batistuta, Batigol. He is with our Arabic colleagues today. I'm sure he'll have plenty to say. We'll be hearing from him later on in the program. And here are the Saudi fans as well. They are so excited. It's their 6th FIFA World Cup, and they are playing the mighty Argentina. What an opening game for them. What excitement amongst the crowd as well. The first Arab World Cup as well. This is a huge deal. Let's get a little bit more on the Arab team now.
Little touch to control the cross, and in off the post, and Saudi Arabia, who surely now snatch victory through Salah.
To begin with, it's certainly a great feeling. And I had an ambition to score a goal in an event like the World Cup, and especially while representing my country. Undoubtedly, the happiness of the Saudi spectators was enough. If we go back a bit to 1994 in the game against Egypt, there was no victory. So I am happy that I scored the goal and made the spectators happy.
Referred to as the nation's golden generation, the Saudi Arabia squad of 1994 reached the round of 16 at their first attempt. Saeed Al-Awairan's memorable goal against Belgium defining their legacy in the tournament. Following an impressive qualifying campaign that sealed their place in Qatar, there's excitement and optimism that the Arabian Falcons can rise above expectations once again.
Our performance will be more than amazing. We came here not just to participate. We have a mixture of experienced players and young players, and that will have a positive effect on the squad. We know that we'll give it our best. We don't know what result to expect, but we will put in a huge effort. And then we will see what the outcome is against Argentina.
Having also led Morocco to the 2018 FIFA World Cup, Hervé Renard will know what to expect from this tournament.
When you are playing in a stronger team, you always have hope, but you also need to be realistic, but at the same time to believe on yourself, to think in football everything is possible. We have to be ready. We have a really tough group, so it's very important to start well.
To stay there, they don't get that European experience. The players don't go out and gain anything. And we played them in 2002 and in our World Cup group, and they weren't a tough opposition. We always fancied ourselves. They were quite a weak team, and we bullied them really. And they really need that experience. But Havard has come in. Renard's come in. 2019 did he come in? Yeah. And he changed it around a bit, and I think he was quite expansive. But the last 10 friendly or the warm-up games that they've had for this tournament, I've noticed they've only conceded 1-0.
Yeah.
It's 1-1, so defensively they've shut up shop and become a bit of a stronger unit and a more difficult ass to break down.
He's
a bit more. Sorry, go on.
I'm sorry. He's a transformational coach, and it reminds me because we were laughing on the way over with his good looks. He can go right to Hollywood from here.
That's one thing they've got, isn't it?
Yeah.
The best.
That's another one.
The best look. Coach.
Like Henri Michel, who was one of my favorite coaches, who coached, Michel Platini in that generation. Then he went over and started coaching Cameroon and the likes. And that's what this coach has done. Every team that he's had, and you can speak to it even better, in that part of Africa, he's been able to change them like CSC. Just transform them.
Well, he has that World Cup experience, doesn't he? Because he did manage Morocco as well. But I suppose that the issue with Saudi Arabia is certainly that they, as you say, that they don't have that international experience, but they've done so well in qualifying for this tournament. They qualified with 2 games in hand, didn't they? What has Renard done with this team? How has he made them so strong, particularly in recent times?
I think it's Hervé Renard is a very experienced manager, especially internationally and for national teams. He's been successful in Africa. He won 2 African Cups with different countries, so he knows how to adapt quickly in those nations. So I think Hervé Renard is someone who brings a very defensive and very organized team. So this is why they've been winning, like you said, 1-0 or 2-1 or with the short scores. But as well,